Welcome to the class. Today we are going to continue with the hydrocarbon chapter, and the portion that we are going to study today is the portion known as the alkenes. We are going to study this portion with the help of few of the questions. The first question that we are going to study is the question is which one is more stable between cis and trans 2 butene? Give reasons. Now the structure of cis and trans butene. The structure of butene or 2-butene is 1, 2, 3, 4. 2-butene, two position have a double bond, and this is the structure. So this butene or 2-butene have two isomers, cis 2-butene, trans 2-butene. This is trans 2-butene, trans isomer. And this is the cis isomer. Now, the bulky methyl group, alkyl group in the trans 2-butene situated at the opposite end of the double bond. As a result, no steric hindrance is felt by the alkyl group. On the other hand, this is not true for cis-butene. In the cis-butene, 2-methyl group is situated on the same plane. As a result, 2-methyl group feel steric hindrance, destabilizing the cis-2 molecule much more. That's why on stability factor, trans 2-butene is found to be more stable compared to cis 2-butene. Write the structures of the two alkanes obtained when 2-butanol is heated with excess of H2SO4. The structure of 2-butanol 2, 3, 4. 2-position hydroxyl group. This is 2-butanol. Now, when 2-butanol is treated with excess of acetic acid, excess of H2SO4, acid catalyzed dehydration reaction is followed by this mechanism. CH3, CH, now there are formation of two different types of alkane can be formed. By this method, by this elimination, CH3, CH2, CH double bond CH2 is formed. But if this hydrogen is leave In that case, CH3 CH double bond CH3 is formed. This one is more substituted double bond, and the second one is less substituted double bond. As in the intermediate state, formation of double bond and the breaking of OH2 plus group is happening. Leaving group and formation of the double bond is occurring in the same step. So in the intermediate, more stable double bond will be formed in a predominant amount. That is, in the intermediate, the more stable substituted double bond will be formed as intermediate more, and as a result, this product, more substituted product, will be formed in a predominant amount. What are the products formed when aqueous and ethanolic KOH reacts with boron bromopropane? One bromopropane is this compound CH3CH2CH2Br. When aqueous KOH is added, substitution reaction occurs. As a result, CH2CH2OH is formed. The OH minus acts as a nucleophile and attack the CH2, and Br is removed. But in alcoholic KOH medium, that is in ethanolic KOH, OH acts as a base and elimination reaction occur with the beta hydrogen. Write the major product. The first one is C2H5 CH Br CH3 alcoholic KOH is given delta. So alcoholic KOH is given, OH is going to act as base and elimination reaction will occur, producing CH3 CH double bond CH3 plus CH3 CH2 CH double bond CH2. This is going to be the major product because it is more substituted. The second one is this one, CH3 CH2 CH N CH3 whole 2 N plus CH3 OH minus. It is being heated. When it will be heated, the OH minus will act as base, and this is a very good leaving group. This is a very good leaving group. So the elimination reaction will occur, resulting in obviously more substituted alkane in the major product, because this in this particular reaction also more than one type of alkene can be produced. This is the two product that will be formed, and this is going to be the major product. The third question, nitrogen. This is a ring compound in which one of the atom is nitrogen, which is positively in charge, CH3. OH minus is given and it is being heated. So what is the product that will be produced in the major amount? That is the question. Now there are two alpha hydrogen, that is, one is this one, another one is this one. When OH will pick up this one, this is the product that will be produced. CH3, CH3, double bond. If this hydrogen is being picked up by OH minus, OH minus, then this is going to be the product, that is double bond nitrogen, CH3, CH3. So obviously this double bond is more substituted, so this is going to be the major product. There are two more methods by which alkenes can be prepared. The third one is reduction of alkenes. When reduction of alkynes, this is supposedly a general formula of alkynes. Now, two reducing agent can be used. One, sodium liquid ammonia. When this one is used, reduction happen, and also Lindlar catalyst, if used, also the reduction will occur. In both the reduction, alkyne will produce alkane, but when sodium in liquid ammonia is used for this reduction, trans isomer of the alkane is produced. When Lindlar catalyst is used, in that case cis isomer is produced. This is the third way that we can produce alkene. Now, the fourth way that we can produce alkene is Kolbe's electrolysis. Like supposedly if we take CH2COO sodium salt, CH2COO sodium salt, then we do the electrolysis. We will get CH2 double bond CH2. Now we are going to study some of the chemical reactions of alkenes. The first question that we will do in this is the type of additional reaction in the double bond. The question is write the product, and the reaction is CH3 CH double bond CH2 plus HCl. What is the product? CH3 CH double bond CH2 HBr. What is the product? The third one is CH3 CH CH2 HBr peroxide. What is going to be the product? Now, the alkene that we had taken is propene. Propene is unsymmetrical alkene. As it is unsymmetrical alkene, when HCl, HBr, this kind of reagent will be added, the addition reaction will follow. And the addition will follow a rule known as Markovnikov rule. According to this rule, the negative part of the addition, negative part of the reagent will add to that double bonded carbon which have lesser number of hydrogen. Now in the first one, CH3CH double bond CH2, this double bonded carbon have lesser number of hydrogen. So when HCl is going to be added, in HCl, Cl minus is the negative part and H plus is the positive part. So according to Markovnikov rule, Cl minus is going to be added to the middle carbon. And at the terminal carbon, hydrogen is going to add, and this is going to be our major product. In the second question, CH3 CH double bond CH2 HBr. In this one also, Br minus is the negative part and H plus is the positive part of the reagent, and this carbon is the double bonded carbon which has less number of hydrogen. As a result, the major product is going to be CHBr is going to be added to this middle carbon, and hydrogen going to be added to the terminal double bonded carbon, and this will be our major product. Now the third question has an exception. That is, in the third question, HBr is added. So the negative part is going to be Br minus and the positive part is going to be H plus, but the reaction is happening in peroxide. Now when this addition reaction occur in peroxide, HBr addition reaction happen in peroxide, anti-Markovnikov rule is going to be followed. That is, Br minus in this case will added to that double bonded carbon which have more number of hydrogen. As a result, the major product is going to be CH2CH2Br. This is only true for when HBr addition happen in peroxide. If peroxide is not there, HBr addition will follow Markovnikov rule. If HCl or HF or HI is added in peroxide, still Markovnikov rule will follow. Anti-Markovnikov rule will follow only when HBr addition will happen in peroxide. The next question is write the product. Once again, the reaction there is CH3 CH, double bond CH, benzene ring, nitro group, and HBr. What is going to be the product? Now, to write the product, we need to see the mechanism of this compound. In the first step, in presence of HBr, H plus, this carbocation will be formed, CH2, CH, NO2. This carbocation is resonance stabilized because it is directly attached with the benzene ring. Then in the next step, Br minus will attack this carbon and formed the product. Identify A, B and C. The question is A, the molecular formula is C5H10 equals to O3 zinc H2O2, zinc H2O. B, molecular formula C3H6O plus C2H4O is the molecular formula. Now C5H10 is the molecular formula of alkene with 5 carbon atoms. So the alkene is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This can be the alkene. This can also be the alkene. Now, the product that we had is after the ozonolysis reaction. We will study the ozonolysis reaction right now. But before doing that, which alkene is going to be the our starting material? In the product, two different types of product we had got. One product contain 3 carbon, one product contain 2 carbon. So these two product has been came from the alkene, which comprises 5 carbon. So the alkene has been fragmented. That is for sure. And one fragment contains 5, one contains fragment contains 2. Now let's study the ozonolysis first. Let's study the ozonolysis reaction with the help of ethylene molecule. When ethylene is subjected to ozone O3, ozonide is formed. When this ozonide in the second step is subjected to zinc water, it is fragmented producing CH2 double bond O2 molecule, which is nothing but equivalent to 2 molecule of HCHO molecule. Now, formaldehyde. In short, what we can say is that this ethylene molecule, the double bond of ethylene molecule has broken up, and this has formed this formaldehyde. In a similar manner, the alkene that we are talking about will fragmented from the double bond position, and two different aldehyde carbonyl compound will be formed. So both B and C are carbonyl compound having 3 carbon and 2 carbon. So the alkene should be in such a way that the double bond, one part of the double bond contain three carbon, one part of the double bond contain 2 carbon. The alkene that we can see is this one, which is having two double bond, one double bond. At one part of the double bond have 3 carbon, another part have 2 carbon. So the molecule A is going to be this one, and when it is subjected to the ozonolysis reaction, this gives CH3, CH2, CHO, and the other one will be CH3, CHO. This one is going to be B and this one is going to be C.